The Chief of Defense Staff and his delegation were warmly received by the community leaders and regional security heads upon their arrival in the North Bank region. General Cham's first stop was the Ghanaian contingent based in Bara village, where he was welcomed by the Ghanaian contingent commander Abrahman Dere, who highlighted the cordial ties that continue to exist with their Gambian counterparts.
So we deem this visit very historic and special. It gives an indication of the Gambian Armed Forces High Command's interest in both our operational and administrative activities, as well as our welfare. Sir, your visit also cements the outstanding relationship between these two countries, Gambia and Ghana. So we feel very much at home, and we are indeed grateful for your support.
The Chief of Defense Staff and his delegation proceeded to Jongun village, where he was greeted by the Delta Company commanding officer, Captain Jenaba Sane. Captain Sane expressed her gratitude for the CDS's visit, highlighting that it will provide personnel with a valuable platform to share their perspectives and seek clarification on important issues from the High Command.
It gives me the greatest pleasure on behalf of my soldiers and indeed on my own behalf to welcome you all to Jongun military post. Sir, your visit is a clear indication of your care for the members of the Gambia Armed Forces. Despite your busy schedule, you create time to visit the troops. Once again, you are welcome to Jongun military camp.
Brigadier General Seth Njai, the National Army Commander, described the gathering as a significant opportunity for the troops to voice their aspirations directly to the Chief of Defense Staffs. He reiterated the importance of organizing trainings in line with the CDS's directives and stressed the need for soldiers to handle military assets with care, noting existing issues with the Army's vehicle fleet. Furthermore, Brigadier General Seth Njai urged personnel to refrain from using social media to spread unfounded information or interfering in public discourse.
If you follow these kind of discussions I've seen in this social media, and you want to take sides up to the extent of commenting, as a military personnel, when we identify you, you are no longer going to be part of us. Although we don't have a written policy, if there is one, I'm not yet aware, but not all policies are written. And our policy here is that we cannot participate in some of these discussions in the social media. And we cannot be advocates. We cannot do advocacy as far as we are putting on this uniform as soldiers in the social media. So know how you use the social media as a soldier of the Gambia National Army. So that you use it wisely and know your limits when it comes to use of social media. Leave it to our brothers who are in civil order to say whatever they want to say, to make comments, whatever they want to make comments, to say whatever they want to say. We can listen, we can watch, we can see, no problem. But for us, as far as our military life is concerned, we have a restriction.
Addressing his men, Lieutenant General Mamat O Cham emphasized the Gambia Armed Forces' commitment to remaining apolitical, stressing the importance of personnel staying away from political involvement.
Our message is the same. The Gambia Armed Forces is an apolitical armed forces. When you are in the armed forces, you stand for the whole country. We are not into partisan politics. Our party is the Gambia Armed Forces. Our color is the khaki. And I think the message is sinking. Everybody who is a soldier, do not play party politics. Your commander and your mission is very clear. Nobody gives an illegal order here. When you are given an illegal order, disobey it. Our orders come through a chain of command. The armed forces is accountable and subordinate to civilian democratic control. It means that whenever there is an election and the Gambian people elects a government, the armed forces upholds the verdict of the Gambian people and make sure that the government is given the protection and security to execute its mandate. And that is our mission.
The meeting with the Jongun troops concluded with an engaging question and answer session, fostering open communication between the leadership and the rank and file. Continuing his tour, the Chief of Defence Staff's delegation made a stop at Kirpate village, where they held another meeting with community leaders and personnel stations at the Fox Hunt military base. The day culminated with a grand welcoming in Farafenye, where soldiers and Ratins of the 2nd Infantry Battalion enthusiastically greeted the CDS. The Chief of Defence Staff's annual nationwide tour underscores the High Command's commitment to engaging with its troops, addressing their concerns, and reinforcing key principles for the Gambia Armed Forces. The emphasis on remaining apolitical and the call for responsible use of military assets and social media highlights the leadership's focus on maintaining professionalism and operational effectiveness with the armed forces. The tour is expected to continue to other military installations across the country. Reporting from Farafenye, I am Modu El Baji.